Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Grey Remnant here. Today we're doing Week in Review, week of April 12th, 2015. Before we get into it, I just want to start by laying out some ground rules for this review that I think you should know. I'm going to just lay them out, and then we'll talk about why I've made them at the end of the video. So Rule 1, to get on this review, the build has to be posted within the time period, so within the week. It can't be updated within the week. It has to be posted for the first time within the week. All right, that's Rule 1. I'll talk about why after, okay? Just laying them out. All right, so Rule 2, the project has to be complete or complete enough that it makes sense as a whole. It has to look complete enough. So if it's 85% done, that's probably going to be fine. But it does have to be in a state where it's a complete idea. Rule 3, the project has to be posted by someone level 10 and above. Yes, I know you hate me. I'm so sorry. I will explain why that's a rule after we get through this week's review. So without further ado, let's get started. This week, we had some interesting projects posted. We're going to start, as always, with structures. Early on in the week, I was kind of torn between a few projects. So we had Jar 9's Swamp Lake City. We had Destructiva's beautiful pirate galleon, pirate ship. And we had this server hub that I forgot the user's name that made it. That I was torn between. I didn't know which of these I was going to pick. Okay, I didn't know which one I liked the best. I didn't know which one deserved to be on the review the most. I didn't know. But luckily, somebody made the decision very easy, and that somebody is a user named Cephyr. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I don't care anymore. Who cares? Cephyr made a project called Nuts and Bolts. All right. And thank you for making that, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have been able to come to a decision between the other three. This map kicks the crap out of those other three maps. No offense, Jar 9, Destructiva, or whoever made the third one. This one is far superior. This is basically, this, at first glance, you might think is concept art. You might think that this was drawn or created with, like, Illustrator or something. You'd be wrong. This is actually the in-game map. This is it. No, I'm not joking. I know, right? Yeah, this is why it won. Because at first glance, this doesn't even look like it could have been created in Minecraft. That's how good it is. That's when you know you've stumbled upon a truly epic project, is when you can't even believe that it was made in Minecraft. And it was. It was somehow made in Minecraft. It was made on the Cephyr server by, I'm guessing, 10 million people? 20 million? Okay, maybe that's a bit of hyperbole. This is an utter timeless masterpiece. I'm just going to flat out say it. It's a massive, I don't know, neo-industrial, hyper-industrial. It's the very definition of the term industrial. That's what this is. It is industrial to the max. Industrial to the very max. It's supremely industrial. It's basically like this giant luminous dome surrounded by what I can only describe as hulking machinery, futuristic industrial architecture, and suspension bridges. Oh, and as if that's not cool enough, it's all sitting on like an ocean of molten toxic waste. Nice. This is one of those builds that, unlike Putinland, it doesn't have some political satire underneath it. It doesn't have any story underneath it. This is just designed to blow your mind. Job well done, because my mind has been blown straight out of my head, and it's now lying on the floor somewhere. If anybody sees it, please tell me, because I need it back, primarily to edit this video. Thank you. Okay, so I don't think anybody's going to argue that this one was the best project of the week, best structure of the week. I don't think that there's any way you could argue that without sounding ridiculous. Okay, so let's get on to best terraforming of the week. That's right, best terraforming of the week. this was a map created by my good friend, 7th Battalion. Last week I picked something outside the box in planet B512. This is very inside the box, but inside the box can be awesome if it's done properly. Okay? If it's executed well, inside the box is a great thing. And this is executed very well. This is basically a medium-scale temperate island with peaks aplenty, sprinkled with some lovely custom pine trees. Not good enough for you? Did I forget to mention the half-sunken ship and the desolate ruins hidden in the bay on the island's east side? I don't know if it's on the east side or the west side. It doesn't matter. It's for emphasis. Not only is this a joy to look at, but it's interactive as well. Feel free to download the map and explore the ruins to your heart's content. Take all of this and throw in a gorgeous render by someone with this name that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce because I'll pronounce it incorrectly. So sorry. Take all of that into account. You have the best terraforming of the week. If I got shipwrecked and all I had were a pair of skates and a ball named Wilson, I would be okay with crashing on this island. I'd be okay with that. Probably not, but so yeah, terraforming of the week. Next, we have, organic work of the week. And this week we had some absolutely amazing organic work. We had a giant octopus. Sure you know what I'm talking about. We had some butterflies flanking this beautiful ship. That was really cool. But ultimately, the best organic work of the week was Demon Legion, created by Nexus MC. Not unlike Namtaru, Demon Legion is a terrifying work of art. It is. I actually felt I needed to pick him for this review out of fear that he might appear in my home and eat my soul. Once again, fear wins. Sorry, butterflies, maybe next time. In the world of organic 3D art here on PMC, scary things often take the cake, especially with me, because I like stuff like that. And today the cake belongs to a giant purple demonic entity, complete with horns, fangs, pointy ears, battle scarring, and burning red eyes. I hope he's not on one of those gluten-free diets, because if he is, whoever made the cake is probably going to be brutally murdered by this thing. Oh! And did I forget to mention the glorious giant HD render supplied by Nexus MC himself? Yep, that too. So yeah, that was an easy pick as well. So yeah, that concludes today's review. These were the best projects of the week, in my opinion. And now that we're at the end, I have to explain the 3 rules that I set into place at the beginning of this video, so that you don't hate me forever. I have logic behind all 3 of these rules, okay? So just hear me out. All right, so the first 2 rules are the project has to be new, has to be posted within the week. It can't be updated within the week. It has to be posted, and it has to be complete enough to be considered complete, okay? Doesn't have to be 100%, but it has to be close enough. The reason why I do this is because if I don't, then the same projects are going to basically get nominated week after week if they're updated, weekly. And that's going to give them an unfair advantage over projects that are only posted once and aren't updated. And that is why I do that. Because if not, what's going to end up happening is there's going to become this retainer where these projects that were close to winning but didn't win are going to end up getting, pushed forward week after week, as long as they're updated. And that's going to prevent new projects that maybe aren't ever going to be updated from ever making it into this. So that is the thought between those 2 rules. It's to keep the playing field fair, and it's to keep it so that everybody has a fair shot every week. If you post something and then update it the next week, you don't qualify. That's just the way it works, okay? All right, so with that out of the way, 3rd rule, you have to be level 10 or above to get in this review. Okay, now, the reasoning behind this is very, very important. I have come across a lot of maps, some that people request that I review, that are blatantly plagiarized. And I can't always detect plagiarism. Most of the time, in fact, all of the time, those maps were made by people under level 10. They all were. One of which I had to edit and then apologize to the creator after I released it, and the other 2 I just had to flat out delete. All that work for nothing because somebody plagiarized and didn't tell me. And because of that, I'm implementing this rule because I don't want to take the chance of reviewing something that's plagiarized. Okay? It's as simple as that. And people who are under level 10 doesn't guarantee plagiarism, but if you're making something at that level of that quality, it's suspicious. And I don't want to take the chance because I can't, find out what's plagiarized and what's not. It's not that simple. It's very difficult to do. And so I'm not going to take that chance. Now, I wanted it to be level 20 and above, but I thought that was a little bit too selective. So I reduced it to level 10. You're lucky. Okay? So it is only level 10 and above. It's just the way it is. So, having said that, there were a lot of projects this week made by people under level 10 that possibly could have been on this list. It doesn't matter. It has to be this way. I'm not comfortable reviewing something unless I'm sure that it's authentic. And I feel much better about something if it's made by somebody who's been here a long time and who has, gotten to a respectable high level because they're less likely to plagiarize. It doesn't mean that they're incapable of it. It's just less likely. And that is the reasoning behind Rule 3. Don't hate me. It's just the way it has to be. Okay? I'm not doing this unless that rule is in there. So, if you want to be on this list, my advice to you is to level up to level 10 as soon as possible, and then you can be on the list. Apart from that, that's just the way it is. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, give it a diamond if you're looking at the project on PMC. I'd like to thank all the people who made projects this week that I featured here. I'll be sure to send you all an email and let you know that I did this because it's only right, it's only polite. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you very much for watching. Grey Remnant signing out. Goodbye, guys.